In the world of Naruto, the word ninja is taken to the extreme in this universe. There's a whole bunch of superhuman ninjas that specialize in different things and things that make them unique. Different clans that have abilities that are unique to them, others that have other things that make up for whatever they might lack. Hinata, the character I'm going to talk about in this video, has something like that. Those eyes, though. In the Naruto universe, eyes is a big deal because of the Sharingan and a lot of different type of eye variation, ocular powers. So eyes is a big deal. Hinata is one of those characters that her own set of super eyes, basically. They give her a bunch of unique abilities and stuff. I mean, you know you're powerful. I mean, look at her eyes. When you got the same eyes as literal gods of this universe like Kaguya, you know you gotta be special. And as the sweetie for the main character Naruto himself, you know they gotta make her a beast. She's a being. If she looks familiar, there's a reason. She's actually from a similar clan as Neji with similar eyes, the Byakugan. Matter of fact, these two are cousins from this clan, so it's only natural that they have a lot of similar type of techniques when it comes to her ninja skills. She's one of those people that, just like Neji, she specializes in taijutsu, or one could say hand-to-hand combat, close quarters combat. Her clan has secret ointment that she can use for injuries and stuff, especially if she wants to help out Naruto. Hinata coming in clutch once again. She's one of those girls in school that has a crush on you, so she'll let you cheat on her test if you don't know the answers. Awesomeness, right? Unfortunately, we never got to see this explored, but apparently she can use different chakra natures we never see her do, fire or lightning, apparently. Let's analyze how strong she is, though. For one, just like other characters in this universe when it comes to their ninja progression, she's one of those characters that, just like everybody else, gets stronger as time goes by, improving even if we don't see her training off screen. Which basically means if you see her struggle doing something at this age, doesn't mean she has that same struggle over here in this age. For all we know, she could have mastered it or got rid of that weakness altogether. Natural evolution, right? Even though she was a wimpy acting here and couldn't do nothing really. Of course, this crybaby stuff did change in the future. She even mentioned how she used to be a crybaby, but this stuff did kind of change. She got inspired by Naruto himself, blah, blah, blah. She was inspired by Naruto's will to keep on training harder, so she did too, off screen, of course. Yeah, their love story is epic, I'm not gonna lie. Constantly training to get better. One of the main reasons ninjas in the Naruto universe can do superhuman stuff is because they can use their inner energy, something known as chakra, so they can study and how to manipulate their chakra in different ways to do, one could say, ninja magic type stuff, energy projection type stuff, manipulate their physical attributes type stuff. That's why they use their energies within themselves to do this thing known as ninjutsu, which is why they can do fire type stuff. All the good stuff we know of, right? In a mystic way. They even say it like how magic users do mystic signs. They kind of say this is how ninjutsu works. But there are some techniques that cannot be learned and unique to your blood or your physiology or your clan you're in or genetics and something. That's the thing called Gekkei Genkai, like Kimamaru has with these bones and stuff. Hinata's Gekkei Genkai, something that's unique to her and her clan and certain few others, is them eyes. One can say to get a good idea of her might is to look at Neji and how he was acting with his Byakugan back in these early days when they was explaining the Byakugan when she wasn't sure of herself and stuff. Of course, she's gotten way stronger since these days, though. They go as far as saying that this Gekkei Genkai passed down through generations is similar to the famous Sharingan. We know how crazy Sharingans get in the Naruto universe. They say in certain aspects, like its penetrative perceptive ability, the Byakugan surpasses the Sharingan completely. This diagram pretty much proves how the vision works. It's like a literal dome around the being. They can see within a certain range, but the more farther away you get out of the range, the more safer you are. But then there's like this little blind spot that gets smaller as it goes. You know what I mean? Like Neji. This kind of stuff was explained in one of Neji's best fights ever. Wish he got more fights like this. This fight pretty much analyzed the Byakugan's limits and strengths. She improved throughout the series, but when it comes to her range of how far she can see, like she can see really far away. Like it's confirmed she can see about 10 kilometers away here, confirming she can see from 6 miles away. In this occasion, even while she's young, she stated she can see a kilometer away because of the all-seeing eye, one of the traits of the Hyuga clan. Being able to see very far through stuff. She can kind of counter genjutsu, the techniques where you make people see illusions and stuff, like fake stuff. She can kind of see through that with these eyes. One could say x-ray vision. In this occasion, this is Neji, of course. They have x-ray vision, literally. The only weakness, super barrier ninjutsu can actually block the view of it, though. In occasions like this, prove it when it comes to Neji. Here's a good illustration of how she sees when it comes to the being's chakra network. Yeah, in the Naruto universe, ninjas have a chakra network that flows through their body, through their major arteries, like veins, one could say. This is how it looks. Yeah, this brings on to why she's so dangerous. She's one of those characters where you can actually lose to her even if you're physically stronger than her physically because of how technical her fighting style is. Because when it comes to characters like Rock Lee, he has just straight up normal super strength, right? And here he's talking about how dangerous Neji and his clan are, talking about the strongest school of taijutsu in Konoha. Like, different people in Naruto manipulate their chakra or inner energy in different ways. Like, Tsunade is so precise at manipulating her inner energy, she can manipulate it through her hands at the point of impact to pretty much mimic super strength with her punching power, to shatter big boulders and bullcrap like that. Hinata can channel this energy in her hands with the gentle fist fighting style and do something similar, but it's actually kind of more dangerous in a certain way because it can mess up the things in your body that help you be able to produce ninja magic thanks to this gentle fist fighting style. Like, it's not actually about the strength of her blow, really. It's really about her landing her hit on you to where it hits a vital spot. Because right here they mentioned, oh, it's just a scratch, but Rock Lee talks about how just a scratch is all it would take when you're facing an opponent like this. They talk about the differences on how, like, Lee's taijutsu beats you down, bruises, broken bones, just raw physical strength. The Hyuga clan's is a little different. It inflicts damage to the enemy's chakra network, and it leads to the breakdown of internal organs, destroying the foe from within. Kakashi even says it, there's no way to strengthen your internal organs. This is what makes her so dangerous. The chakra network is spread throughout the body, kind of like the human circulatory system, like veins. So if she messes up enough of your chakra networks in your body, it can actually mess up your actual heart or something, or a major organ that's important. Her hits can bluntly hurt you, but they can also hit you from the inside, hurting you from within. You get to see it in action. Neji did it to Hinata. And even though the blow wasn't ridiculously strong, it caused major damage within the blink of an eye. That's shown when Neji's just doing simple taps. The only real caveat is that during the heat of the battle, when somebody's ducking and dodging, it's hard to hit these little simple, small little points throughout your body with great precision while in the middle of a fight. Just like Neji, technically she can mess up your chakra network by stabbing it because her hits are kind of like this. They're like little small needles on the edge, cutting stuff like this precisely, razor sharp precision type of thing, which is why they can hit your small chakra networks in your body, even though your chakra networks or chakra points in your body are ridiculously small and shouldn't be able to be hit in the heat of battle when somebody's trying to duck and dodge you and stuff. The main thing that makes them dangerous, not just counting the fact that it can damage your organs, is the fact that if you get hit enough, it can actually shut down you, period, and just prevent you from using chakra, which means you can't do blast power, chakra manipulative type techniques no more, basically. So it can basically shut all your abilities down as a ninja. This is a good picture of how it looks when she goes in your body to mess up your chakra network, using her chakra to blast your own chakra with precision, gentle fist style. Attacks that flood her chakra into her opponent's body, just to give you evidence on how your chakra network looks vulnerable when she hits you. There's some serious benefits of this ability. Like in this occasion, Naruto's shoulder was dislocated. She was able to tap it gentle fist style to put it back in place because she can hit you from the inside with a simple tap and fix it. So when it comes to her hand-in-hand technique, she did learn something similar to Neji, the 8 trigram 64 palms. One of the many reasons why you don't want to fight them up close, because it's like a series of hits that messed up your chakra network. She eventually, later on in the series, found a workaround from evolving from just close quarters to where she can do air palms from far away. One can save her giving her long range attacks like the air palm, along with Neji, of course. Occasions like this, you see her do an air palm. I shouldn't have to mention this, but along with Neji, they have very quick hands to where they can just blitz you and also damage your chakra network. Your best bet is just to dodge for your life, because she even has a better version of the gentle fist that she developed called the twin lion fist. It's like, it's an even better one and increases her attacks even further, but it's like 2 lion looking chakra avatar looking things around her limbs. You guys know during the big war with the Ten Tails, Madara and all them, she did this 8 trigram 64 palms blitzing one of these Ten Tails avatar clone thingies. I doubt these things had a chakra network, but I guess the blunt raw power of her output was enough to damage it. That's when she takes the strikes a step further. Yeah, we all know how fast Rock Lee is, so I shouldn't have to really go over her speed. She has to have somewhat similar speed to beings like Neji, who are superhuman, and for you to be a threat to Rock Lee, your speed has to be very superhuman for him to be intimidated by Neji. But in this particular case, she wasn't necessarily on Neji's level, but she was able to keep up with blow for blow parries and stuff, even getting a little scratch on him here, for example, during the early days of the gentle fist. She should have the standard Naruto-centric levels of speed. Like even early beginning of the series level beings like Tamari can react. Like Tamari isn't a top tier of the show or anything, so it's logical to believe that Hinata can at least react to stuff that the same stuff she can react to. Especially since she's young and she's able to react to techniques that is as fast as sound at least. Like in this occasion using her fan to react to sound-based stuff. So if a whole bunch of bullets were coming at her, I see no reason why she couldn't react to it. One can say they're fast, partly because of their insane vision. You gotta remember back in the early days, Neji was able to keep up with Naruto's speed when he was channeling some of the energy of the nine-tailed fox, the godlike fox entity that's like a speedster in this universe. And then we can talk about her negotiably being up there in near light speed ranges because top tiers like Naruto can, but I don't want to say she's up there with him. But yeah, this is just something you can you think about. I would say to be safe, she's at least supersonic or massively faster than I can see when it comes to her how fast her hands can move. One can say massively past hypersonic, blah, 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 supersonic, way past that, you know, but that could be just me. How hard can she just hit in general when it comes to a blunt force, right? A good way to understand this is by looking at how the environment reacts to her hits. Like how Pain moves out the way here, but you can see how much cracking she did to the ground apparently. Here's another angle of the crater you see on the ground. In this particular occasion, Pain was actually too fast. She couldn't really land a hit, though, unfortunately. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little satisfying seeing Neji and Hinata working together when they had like a rocky relationship in the first part of the series, blowing beings away together. One could say she got a power-up known as the temporary power-up from her man Naruto himself, so it pretty much amplified everything she could do on her own already in this particular occasion, mixing in his Fox chakra cloak type stuff with herself. When she's amped up like this, she's ridiculously more powerful because, you know, the 10 tails, you know, all these tail beasts in Naruto, pretty much all of them put together to some degree, she was able to deflect attack with an air palm, you know, the same 10 tails that have enough blast power to cause calamities. The same one that can withstand its own attacks, make natural disaster tornadoes, make nuclear explosion type of attacks. This cloak can protect her against stuff like that. One can say the 10 tails can level continents and things like that, and create ridiculously large blast radius. Cloaked Hinata deflected an attack from this ridiculously powerful godlike entity. Nine Tails chakra amping her up. How strong do you think she was when she was like this? But let's not spend too much time on this because this is not really her own power. How strong is she without this, right? That should be the focus, right? Even though I think we all can agree that teamwork is cool to see and all. But me personally, if we're going to talk about power-ups or temporary power-ups, I'd rather talk about power-ups that are permanent power-ups, you know? Like, you guys remember this, like this Gentle Fist junk, right? And how this is like an amplified version of the Gentle Fist. Later on, she even gets a better version. These two are definitely a power couple working together to destroy something together along with Naruto, doing this super fusion chakra attack put together. Matter of fact, in data books, when it's translated, they confirm that this technique is more destructive. Naruto, basically the strongest man in the world at this point, him and Sasuke, pretty much gave Hinata her props. Could be biased because he loves her or likes her or whatever, but I don't think he's lying. No one in the village should dare mess with her. Logically speaking, it's obvious with her normal, basically her easy attacks, she can split trees in half. Because of occasions like this, I'd even go as far as saying she can make an entire building tremble. I would even go as far as saying whatever she can do in those other forms, this lion's form just amplifies even more. These chakra lion fists, basically. When it comes to them both being kids, I would definitely say everybody could agree that Neji got the advantage. But I also think we all can agree that an adult Hinata has surpassed a kid Neji, right? That's fair enough, right? I'm not saying above grown Neji. I'm talking about kid Neji, right? And a good way to understand her might is to understand what kid Neji has done, I would say, right? Since their abilities and ninja techniques are so similar. We've seen Naruto that's powered up like this. This is a good way to really understand a bare minimum of her might. You see how Naruto is powered up by the fox. With enhanced speed, he had to use his Byakugan. We've seen him clash with Naruto in this state. We've seen his attacks clash with Naruto in this state, causing this much impact or collateral. Naruto in a similar state in the past, in kid mode, stopped this massive snake in its tracks with his raw strength. Like, look at the size of the snake in comparison to him. Neji's clashing with a being that has this kind of strength. If we're to assume adult Hinata is stronger than a kid Neji when it comes to her enhanced strikes or destructive capacity, especially with that lion's fist, considering that he clashed with a Naruto that can stop a giant snake that can pretty much destroy castles or buildings, I would say it's clear cut that adult Hinata lowballing the snot out of her. If she wanted to, she could level such castles as well. I would say she could do this with her standard chakra fist. I'd say even higher with chakra enhanced fist, gentle fist techniques, and even higher with the lion fist technique, she should be able to level castles like this as well, just like the snake can. So I'm basically saying if this ginormous snake pulled up on Hinata, she wouldn't be completely defenseless. That's what I'm saying, even though it's building size. Boom. Meaning if she was to strike a big being like this, she would be able to send it flying or damage them. It kind of sucks that she lacks screen time because she has some non-canon moves I think would be cool if it was actually canon, especially when it comes to her absolute defense. Because Neji himself has his own little rotation chakra defense type of thing he can do to deflect crazy attacks, like blocking attacks from the Ten Tails itself when he had help. Or what, the Ten Tails? Somebody that can easily level in country. The same being that can flick away tail beast bomb that can easily level mountains, or one could say an island or a city. And Neji blocked an attack like this? We've technically never seen Hinata do no defense like this, but if it's possible she could do something like this, that would mean her defense will be astronomical too, being able to deflect island-shattering attacks or something, or having rotations or protections that can protect her from country-shattering attacks. We need to actually see her do this, man. This would actually be a good defense. One could say offense as well if you're in the vicinity of this guard. Imagine if she can really do something like this. It sucks she does stuff like this in filler. It kind of demonstrates what this could have been, of how she can move her hands in a way like a blade to cut all the beings precisely in the vicinity, chopping up these bees, for example. This can also give an idea of her speed too, because she was literally surrounded by all this BS and she was able to hit every single one. What do you guys think about this? You think they should have used this in the manga? Give her some sort of absolute defense? Or do you think it would be up there with Neji's on how he was able to deflect an attack from the Ten Tails? With help, of course, but that's mad. But yeah, do you have a newfound respect for Hinata? Yeah, she's stronger than what you expect, but it's criminal how little bit of showing she has though. But how strong do you think she is? But before I get going, I have no choice but to give a quick thank you to those that have donated to the channel. Helps out a lot. Respect Naruto's girl, Hinata. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.